Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thank you, Mr. David Marquez. Um, Very near and dear friend of mine. Big shout out to you in Chicago, right? I know you guys are having a great event very soon, very soon. But hello, everybody. Thank you for watching this presentation. Like Mr. Dave Marquez said, I am from New Jersey. I am unstoppable means that you're just unstoppable. Wherever we go, wherever we're at, we're always sharing the product. As a matter of fact, I am having a nice latte dorado, which is one of my favorites. Cheers to you guys, okay? You can have a sip of your drink, coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking, and just sit down, relax, and enjoy the ride, okay? So who is Saul Tepezilla? Well, I am originally from a small town in Puebla. You can't even pronounce it in English, but the correct pronunciation is called Zacapuaxtla. You know, in Spanish, we have some really weird and authentic names for our hometowns. But the title here, what I want to share with you is that you don't decide the cards that are given to you in life, but you do decide how you play your cards. And just to share with you what I've come from, this is me, the little bald guy, little bald baby in the purple sweater on the picture on the left. And basically, in my hometown, back then when I was very young, we barely had internet. Well, the internet wasn't even around. We didn't even have telephone. And for us to be able to speak with a telephone, we had to walk up to a store, a deli sort of store, because there was one telephone in an entire town for you to communicate, whether it was, whatever you wanted to communicate with. And basically, since I was little, I always told myself, one day I'm going to be somebody. I wanted to be somebody. However, the odds that for me to become somebody at that specific time were literally very little. So I had to, find my ways. I arrived to the United States with a smuggler, of course, just like most Hispanics. And when I arrived to the U.S., growing up in the Bronx, it's not the nicest town. It's not the nicest neighborhood. It's not as safe. I had my car broken into a few times. Thieves were always around. But in this time of my life, I was surrounding myself with not so positive people. And I was surrounding myself with people who were doing drugs, who were dropping out of school. And nothing wrong with dropping out of school. I dropped out of college too. I wasn't able to afford school back then. But I was up to no good. And the people, you can call it peer pressure, you can call it whatever. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have anything going on for my life. I was just in the streets, trying to find my ways, trying to be somebody. But that thought in my mind that I would ever be somebody, I was just deviating from my dream than actually getting close to it. And at that point, I felt like a failure. I started working back again at the restaurant. I used to work in the restaurant business and bartending, waiting tables, being a server in New York City. And at that point in my life, I felt just like a failure. One of the reasons why I also felt like a failure is because I was broke. I got into debt. I don't know how I did that, but I got into a very serious debt. It was a very strong punch in the mouth, I guess you can say. And I said to myself, what am I going to go from here on out? Who could give me an answer? Who can give me a hand? And as you can see, I was depressed. I was overweight. I was almost hitting 210 pounds. In Christmas time, there were no gifts at that Christmas, and it was a very, very rock bottom moment for me, because I thought that literally I had nothing going on for myself. I'm already in my early 30s. It's like, man, what do you have going on? It seems like everybody else has it going on but me. And eventually, as you can see, I started my business with a very, very, very beat up car, still working 3 jobs just to pay off my debt, and just try to get myself together. Because at one point, everything felt like everything shattered. I tried one business, didn't work out. I tried another business, didn't work out. I tried a third network marketing company. It kind of worked out, but again, it didn't. It seemed like it was gonna work out, but at the end, it didn't. And I said, I wasted so many years of my life. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go next? And my friend Alberto Diaz, who's now a diamond director with VIDA Divina, $1 million earner, he introduced me to VIDA Divina, again, to another opportunity. And my first approach was, I was very close-minded because I was hurt from the industry. I didn't want to deal with this type of business model, just not because it doesn't work. It does work. But at that point, I wasn't ready. I was hurt. I was overweight. I was depressed. And, they say that men don't cry, but trust me, we do need to cry every now and then. So that was my first approach to getting to know my mentor, our CEO, Armand Puyol. We had an event set up for roughly 200 people, but at that event, only 50 people showed up, are the people that you see in the pictures. And that day, it was snowing. Everybody called out on us. And, even we invited a bunch of people, but because we were a failure in the industry, nobody wanted to talk to Mr. Alberto Diaz. Nobody wanted to talk to Saul Tapizilla because they were a nobody. And people, literally, this was the approach from different people who we wanted to come up with us on board. They were like, why am I going to go see these two guys who are broke, have never achieved anything in life, don't have any success going on? What am I going to learn from them? And literally, this was us almost 4 years ago when we started VIDA Divina. But we were hungry. We were at that point when we said, you know what? We either got to get rich or die trying. I'm sure you heard that before. And we rallied the team up. Everybody who believed in us, because we, after failing of so many times, having attempting 4, 5, 6 different network marketing companies and not having any success at any company, we were like a joke to everybody. But we lacked the mentorship. We lacked a good compensation plan that would favor us, not favor the CEO, not favor the company, and a vision with clarity, a product that works, an instant gratification product. This product that you see right here, T Divina. And you can have access to our product line, whether it's the skincare, the weight management, our beverage program. These are my favorite coffees and favorite drink that I'm having right here. The Latte Verde, the Latte Dorado, Factor Divina, and it's great. So what I want to tell you guys is that I don't know what your past has been, but if you fail 7 times, get up the 8th time around. Earning 6 figures and 7 figures, applying the 5 steps. There are people in El Salvador, in Mexico, earning 6 figures and 7 figures, doing the 5 steps. One of my trips out to corporate, I promised my team out in San Jose, California, that we would drive down to Ontario. And so we drove overnight. We got to the training in Ontario, California. And you know, everybody received us. I didn't get to sleep that day, but I promised my team that I would take them to meet the founders, that I would take them to meet, and this is me, guys. I run all out. I go all out for my team, my leaders. I was able to achieve the Ruby director in VIDA Divina. VIDA Divina made me a custom ring. Through VIDA Divina, doing the 5 steps, I was able to achieve a 6-figure income annually. And now Saul is not a bad person or a bad influence. Now Saul is someone who you can listen to for an advice. And right now everybody is talking about Saul is doing well. Saul is moving forward. It looks like that business is finally working out for Saul. But it's thanks to the leadership, thanks to everybody who believed in us. My sponsor, my mentor, bought his car, which is a Range Rover, very fully loaded. I like cars too, so I said, you know what? If he bought a Range Rover, why not let me get myself a Porsche? And I got myself a nice car. So I went from driving a beat up 2000 Honda Odyssey. They call it the soccer mom bus or something like that. I don't know why they call it like that. But I was driving a car that I could afford. But now I am driving a car that I actually like. And the story continues. So I hope that out of whatever we're sharing with you this evening, you visualize yourself, because if I can do it, I'm not the smartest guy on the planet. I'm not the smartest guy in the company. I just like to work hard, be consistent, persistent, and grow.